All
That's
right.
fine.
From your point of view, just talk about what happened.
Yeah, so I was called in by Edison's AD yesterday at 8:25 in the morning. And then he said that him and the vice principal of supervision wanted to meet. So we set up a meeting time at 12 o'clock. Went to the school at 12, met with them, sat down, and the vice principal of supervision said, the school's getting too much, we're getting too much attention. We have to let you go.
Unfortunately, it's clear that this council does not listen, so instead I'm going to take my time to say what MAGA has stood for these past 3 weeks. MAGA stands for trying to erase trans people from existence. MAGA stands for resegregation and racism. MAGA stands for censorship and book bans. MAGA stands for firing air traffic controllers while planes are crashing. MAGA stands for firing the people overseeing our nuclear arsenal.
And then talked with them a bit more afterwards. And the meeting was cordial the entire time. But yes, obviously, I am upset and disappointed that this happened, mainly because I think it takes a resource away from the kids. I know a lot of the kids that I've coached over the years have been very excited to have a former NFL player coaching them. And I'm not sure where Edison is going to find another former NFL player willing to coach at the freshman level. So yeah, it just sucks. Like, and this is kind of what MAGA does. They want to win no matter what it costs their community, and they want to do whatever makes them feel better.
So, as a result of it costing your job, basically, and you losing your livelihood, do you regret what you did and what you said?
I don't regret it because to me, I want to live in a society where I am free to be who I am, and to do what I want to do. But the only way that that works is if other people are free to be who they are and to do what they want to do. And unfortunately, our country is heading in a direction where we have people in charge that don't want people to be able to live free and live their lives. And as an American citizen, it's part of our duty as Americans to fight against that. Our country was founded on the idea of no kings, no tyrants. We don't allow that to happen here, and I just hope more people understand that that's where we're going, and that we need to come together and band together to stop this.
So you don't regret your decision.
Correct. I do not regret my decision to speak out because I believe it is in the proud tradition of the many, many Americans who have spoken out in the past for issues such as suffragette, women's right to vote, the civil rights movements of the 60s, as well as the Civil War, the protesters against the Vietnam War that killed many, many young Americans that didn't need to die, and the protesters who spoke out against the Iraq War. Again, as Americans, we have a history of doing this, and I'm proud to be just kind of one of many in a very, very long line.
What kind of support have you gotten or reaction have you gotten from the community and those in your immediate community?
A lot of support. A lot of people saying that they're very sorry that this happened. Offers to help. I've had a couple offers from others, people who coach at other schools, saying you'd be welcome to come coach for us. Unfortunately, they're up in like the LA area, so that might be a bit too much of a commute, considering I'm an HB. But yeah, no, it's been very supportive, and I think it's a lot of people are realizing that this is what MAGA means. They will try to come for your job if you say things that they don't agree with. They will try to get you canceled, which is ironic for a group that complains about cancel culture constantly. And yeah, we as Americans have to be able to say, no, you don't get to intimidate people. You don't get to keep people silent. We have a right to speak.
What is your plans moving forward?
Well, I'm still the stay-at-home dad, so I have to take care of my kids, and that's my primary concern for at least the next 4 years. But I was hoping to continue coaching there. Obviously, can't do that anymore. At some point, I would like to attempt to coach at a higher level, just because I think it would be fun, and I would hope that I would be good at it. But yeah, as of right now, just taking care of my kids, trying to help keep my community a safe and connected community, and then just kind of dealing with what comes one day at a time.
And lastly, what kind of example do you feel like your actions and your message sets for your children?
I think it sets a good example for my kids because if I wanted someone to speak out for me, I have to be willing to speak out for them. And what I want to model for my children is how to create a world that is safe both for them to live in as well as everyone else around them. And until we all look out for each other and care for each other, that world doesn't exist. So we have to strive every day to try to create that world.